You ever pick up a brand new album by a band you like a lot, maybe you love a lot, but it's been a few years since they released something new, and you put it on, and right from the opening moment all the way to the last, you're kind of like on that very first listen, you're like, holy shit, that just absolutely killed. I'm Pete Pardo. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility. That's what I'm going to talk about today, because I just listened to the brand new album from my favorite death metal band on the planet. The band is Nile. The Underworld Awaits Us All. Brand new release on Napalm Records. Their 10th studio album, first album since 2019. So it's been a while. Holy cow. Holy cow. I love this band. To me, they've never made a bad album. And they've got some absolute technical death metal classics from early on in their career, but they've released a whole slew of really, really solid records. They've had some lineup changes in recent years, but they're back. They got a 3-guitar attack now. We'll get to it. Let's take a look at the Digipack. Right. And so if you're not familiar with Nile, of course, they've been around for a number of years now. They got 10 albums. They are very big on albums and lyrical content based on Egyptian mythology and H.P. Lovecraft. Very, very involved storylines and lyrics to all their albums. Again, it's death metal, so good luck trying to understand a lot of it. But they always do a great job in all of their booklets of giving you the full lyrics and just breaking down all the stories behind all of these songs. And this is really no different. So just look again. You need a microscope to read all this, but just look at all these lyrics to all these songs. Yes, folks, death metal can be very intelligent and thought-provoking as well. So here you got some cool artwork and all the lyrics and everything involved here. It's very Lovecraftian, right? And these guys play a very technical and progressive form of death metal. A couple of guys in the band sing, so you get different types of, death metal growls, different flavors. There's also, on a few occasions on this album, there's some more cleaner vocals. They're used very, very sparingly in some of the choruses. But it's not like, operatic power metal stuff or anything like that. No, not at all. But it adds a nice little element to this album. But let me make no mistake about it. This album is very brutal, very heavy, just like any Nile album. There's no let-up intensity here whatsoever. So the guitar riffs are just absolutely monstrous and crushing, doomy and technical. The solos are absolutely blazing. There's even a couple tracks here where the lead guitar work is just breathtakingly melodic, really good. And then, like I said, you got all the amazing drums. Let's talk about who's in the band. Carl Sanders on guitars, a little bit of keyboards and vocals. Carl, of course, is the founding member of the band, the brains behind the band. Writes all the music, writes all the lyrics. He's big into all this stuff. This is his baby. You got George Callias on drums, the human octopus. This guy is just absolutely incredible. He's a great musician. He plays guitar and everything else too. But he's what a drummer. And blast beats, regular old jackhammer stuff. He can do it all. Thunderous guy. Then we got Brian Kingsland on guitars and vocals. Right, we've got Dan Vadim Von on bass, and I believe he does some vocals as well. And then Zach Jeter on guitars and vocals. So you've got lots of vocal textures on this album. You got a few guest vocalists that help out here and there. A whole bunch of them actually. There's a female on here, a couple ladies on here. Ashley Johnson, Tiffany Frederick, Jasmine Shepard, Jessica Williams. Then you got Chris Hathcock, John Visano, and Jason Hobenstein, all helping out with backing vocals here. So there's a lot of cool textures on this album. And it's about 53 minutes long, if I remember correctly. So it's, most Nile albums are about an hour or thereabouts. And this is no exception. It's just under an hour. It starts off, and these song titles are great. Just, check out those song titles. They're famous for their big, long titles. We've got Stele of Vultures kicks things off. From the opening track, you get hit with that assault of those just massive guitars. guitars, those technical guitar riffs, bludgeoning guitar riffs, and you're like, all right, here we go. And the vocals are very well done. Like I said, you got 3 guys in the band or more doing growls, all have slightly different flavors. You always know when Carl does it because Carl's got the real deep stuff, but the other guys do, stuff that you can probably understand a little bit more. Great. The second song, get this title, folks. Chapter of not being hung upside down on a stake in the underworld and made to eat feces by the 4 apes. Alrighty then. It's one of the shorter tracks on the album. It's 3:50 of the main tracks. Then you got To Strike with Secret Fang. That's shorter. It's just under 2 minutes long. The band love to do, they throw in these because again, they're big on Egyptian mythology and Egyptian lore, and lots of times they'll throw in these musical bits that, Middle Eastern type stuff, which is just really, really cool and adds to the whole aura of their music. Then you got Naquata, Naquata 2, Enter the Golden Age. That's pretty crushing. To me, this album really takes off in the second half of the album. You got the Pentagrammathon of Nephron Ka. Another quick little interlude that takes you into the amazing Overlords of the Black Earth, which is just absolutely bombastic. The riffs just churning, crushing, opening up caverns in the earth and just digging to the core. It's that kind of stuff. Just absolutely amazing. Under the Curse of the One God, just brutal. And again, the guitar work, the production on this album is just massive. And the shifting time signatures and just intricate nature of the music, just absolutely intense. Doctrine of Last Things is really cool. And then the last 3 tracks are just amazing. True Gods of the Desert, just bombast, heavy, technical death metal. Just amazing. The Underworld Awaits Us All, the title track, is the longest track on the album, 8.5 minutes. That's amazing. And that's got these just awesome, melodic lead guitar lines all throughout. It's like you think you're listening to a straight up prog or prog metal album, right? But then, of course, the crazy drumming and the extreme vocals and whatnot. And then Lament for the Destruction of Time is the last track. That also completely crushes. There's some kind of stop-start doom riffs. I love the way this band goes from these slow, dirgy, almost doomy riffs, and then all of a sudden things pick up speed and they're blasting at full speed, blast beats, and just the kind of guitar stuff. It's just absolutely crazy. And you got 3 guitar players here now. You got all this soloing, but the songs are all very, very well constructed. So heavy, so massive. I've been talking about the greatness of Nile for a long, long time here on the channel and on the webzine. And this is one of those bands that you're like, all right, eventually someday they're going to have a slip up and they're going to release an album. It's like, maybe it's all not that great, right? No. It's just time in and time, no matter who's leaving the band, coming into the band, how many years it's been, doesn't matter. They come out each and every time and just knock it out of the park. This is an incredible album. This is probably, it's so far a year that I haven't listened to a ton of death metal, but this is one of my go-to bands, and so far, to me, this is the best death metal album I've heard this year, and again, this band never disappoints me. I'm going to give this 4.5 out of 5 star. The Underworld Awaits Us All from Nile. Get it on Napalm Records now. It is absolutely killer. Like I said, if you're not a death metal fan, I get it, but if you like kind of really, really crushing metal with just amazingly intricate and well arranged parts, guitars, drums, all that sort of thing, and you can kind of deal with extreme vocals, but yet you also like really intricate storylines and lyrical conceptions and things like that, give this a try because it's just so damn good. I'm not even going to try and get into what all these songs are about and stuff, because it's again, I just started listening to this, and this is probably, there's so many lyrics here, this is like reading a mini book, so and it's microscopic, so you need to and what's really cool about it is, in addition to that, you get these explanations from Carl Sanders about the creation of these songs. So in addition to all the lyrics, you get all this in-depth stuff where he's talking about, what's the meaning behind some of these songs and how he came up with this stuff. Carl Sanders, he's an amazing dude. I've had an opportunity to meet him. He's a really nice guy too. So check it out. Nile, brand new one. 4.5 out of 5 star. Visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube all together all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alerted of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, and our Cameo page. Thank you in advance for all your support there, and we'll see you soon here with more stuff. I am Pete Pardo. Enjoy your day. Take care. Bye-bye.